Hello, I am Canon photographer, Randall and Rueff. Today is Thursday, October 31st, 2013 AD, Halloween Day. Although they say because of the rain outside they're going to do Halloween tomorrow. I don't know if that's true. I don't really care. It's been a long time since we passed out candy, or went and got candy, even further back yet. But today in this video, I thought I would make a video about my all-in-one system. It's something I haven't done for a while. And here it is. It's beautiful. It's pretty. It's lasted a long time, as all-in-ones go. It is the Canon, so you can see that, MX700 All-In-One. And I thought I would go over some of the really neat features that this has. So let's turn it on. Over here's the on button. Now, while it's warming up, let me show you some of the things. This right here flips up. Now, why it flips up, why they designed that to flip up, I really have no idea. I mean, because normally when I'm looking at it from this angle. I know very few people who look at it from this angle. But if you do look at it from this angle, there you go. So that's an option, okay? Now, one of the things I want to talk about is the fact that this tray right here, where it comes out, well, it doesn't always come out, maybe it doesn't always come out here. But right now, I've got it set to come out right there. And one of the neat things about this is, let's see if I can hold it still here. You have a little retractable thing here that comes out and pops up. So when the papers come out, it'll stop it right here and hold it. Before I even realized this had this, when you do it, and the papers would come out, and every so often they would fall to the ground. Well, David Tap Wilson, my buddy, said, "Hey, you do realize it has this little thing here?" And I'm like, "Ooh, that's kind of neat." So I didn't know it had that, because I didn't read the instruction manual. Go figure, right? A guy that doesn't read the instruction manual. Anyway, moving on. It's got a lot of neat features. You can fax. It's not set up. We haven't got it set up to do it fax, but because you have to run a phone line to it. But it's got several neat options and printing capabilities. Before we get to that, I thought I would show you the inside. Now it has this little behavior here to hold it up. And you'll see here, now there it is. Those are the ink cartridges. As you can see, they're flashing to tell me they're flashing. Okay, let's take out this solid yellow. And as you can see, there's plenty of ink in the yellow one. Now, the fact that, well, hold on, steps back in. See if any of them are flashing. Okay, two of them are flashing, so we got the magenta that's flashing. And as you can see, there's a lot less ink in that one. There's still some in it, but it's not near as much. And it's almost, from a printing standpoint, it's comparatively empty. And the same with the black. You can see the container on the right part of the cartridge is empty, and it's actually on the left side, it's getting kind of low. So those two need to be replaced when possible. But they're not cheap. They're like 20 bucks a piece. So there's that. It is, like I said, I like this little thingy right here where it can hold it up, so I don't have to sit there and hold it up. Just pop that down. Now you'll notice I got a bunch of cat hair on mine. That's where Tasha likes to sleep up here. Or at least lay down and watch me while I use the computer over here. Computer's here, printer's here. Tasha comes and will sit herself right there. And either go to sleep or just watch me do what I do. Okay, so we got some copy buttons, some fax buttons, some scan, memory cards. I don't have. There's a memory card thing right here for memory cards. But I never use that. But it's there if I need it. So if I don't have a computer, I've got a memory card, I can just slide it in, slide this door open, slide the card in, and you can actually view the pictures. Well, okay, I'm trying to get that right. You see it, but you can view the pictures right here. So that's kind of neat. Of course, you've got numbers and settings and tone. There's a whole bunch of settings you can do, obviously. It's actually real simple once you figure out what you're doing. Okay, then when you go to, let's say you want to make a copy, you want to use the scanner part to make a copy. Put your paper in, starting on the corner here. Put your paper, whatever you're going to scan, close it. Then you have an option of doing a black and white one or a color one. Now obviously a black one's going to be cheaper, so you have black ink. But generally speaking, black's a lot cheaper because it uses one color, whereas color uses black plus whatever colors are in the picture. So, depending on how much money you got and how much money you're going to make and what kind of ink supply you've got, you have the option of black and white, or maybe you just want it in black and white, or maybe you need it in color. Just, it depends on your situation. Another neat thing that you can do is pop up this little thing right here. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong way. It pops up that way. Put your papers in here, and then you set your number of copies. See where it says copy. I don't know if you probably can't read that, but anyway, it says copies. And you can go over here. Where is it? Right here. You can change the number of copies. What you can do is put, like, let's say you got 5 or 10 papers. You want like a group of papers. You can put your 5 or 10 papers. Like you want to make a packet of papers. Put 5 or 10, however many you got. And then what it will do is suck them in one at a time. And it will print copies out here. You'll have like a packet, collated package of whatever you're printing off, and then they come and it spits it back over here on top, so they're back the same way you put them in, or the order you put them in. So that's kind of neat. Of course, you can put your paper in the back. You have the option of putting paper up there to store it for getting ready to print, or you also have the option of putting your paper. Let's see if I can. Where am I at? Putting your paper up here, actually. You can put it up there and use it. No, except when you do that, you have to, I believe you put it up there. It's been a long time since I've done that, so. But you can put your paper right there and use it. It gives you the option. And you set your options up here on the little display thing here. And it's under menu. You can choose which one you want to use. So that's kind of neat. And it's a neat little printer. I believe Mom paid $300. This is actually Mom's printer. The computer and all that stuff's mine, but the printer is actually hers. She paid for it. And I don't use it that often, because I don't do a lot of printing, but every once in a while we do need to print some stuff off. And as you can see, there's cat hair pretty much everywhere. Because the cat uses it more to sleep on than anything else. But we do use it from time to time for Mom's stuff and for different things. And it served us real well. It's not a laser printer. It's a dot matrix printer. So it's not a laser printer. But aside from that, it's a really good. As printer's go, it's pretty good. And it's got the Energy Star rating, which means it saves electricity. And if you just leave it alone for so long and don't use it, it'll turn itself off. The power will go off automatically. So, and there's, like I said, there's a whole bunch of features you can. I mean, I can spend all day going through all the features, but it's good as a printer. It's good as a scanner. You can use it to scan images to go from the scanner to my Macintosh over here, that's what I use it for. I use it to scan pictures to go to my computer. And then I take those images and do whatever I want to in Photoshop or Preview or whatever. And then I can email them or post them on Facebook or Flickr or whatever. But it's a nice little device. And like I said, for just under $300. In fact, I think it was $300 after taxes. It was under $300 after taxes. So it was like $260 something. Plus taxes, it was like $280 something. I don't know, anyway. But it was under $300. And it's served very, very well. And one of the things I really like about this, now I'll talk about this, is, he's come out here in a second. When you buy a printer, one of the things you want to do is buy one that has a black plus the 3 colors, at least, okay? And the reason being is, if you buy a printer that has like one black and then one color cartridge in it, all 3 colors coming in one cartridge, let's say you use up 100% of this one, 25% of this one, and none of this one, or 10%, I don't know, I'm just making up numbers. But the moment you run out of, say, 100% of this one, no matter how much is left of these two, you have to buy a new cartridge if you've only got one color cartridge. So it doesn't matter how much of this you have left. If this one runs out, you got to buy another cartridge. Whereas with this, when this one runs out, I can replace, the cyan. When the magenta runs out, I replace the magenta. When this one runs out, I replace the yellow. When the black runs out, I replace the black. So it may seem like it costs more to start off with, but trust me, in the long run, you will save lots of money, because these aren't cheap. These are $20 a piece, basically. You can get them a little bit cheaper at some places, but basically they're $20 a piece. And you want to be able to get the best deal. And trust me, if you spend probably $30 or $40 for that one single cartridge, and this one runs out, and you still got some of this and this, and you still have to replace it, you'll find out real quick how much ink you're actually throwing away. And you don't want to throw away ink, because it's very expensive, compared to paper and other things. So what you want to do is make sure you get the four separate cartridges. The 3 colors and the black. Now, nowadays there are ones that have more than just the 3 colors and black. They have, different layers or different brightnesses and thicknesses of cyan, different ones of magenta. I mean, there's more than one magenta. There's 2 or 3 yellows, for the real fancy ones. But for this printer, it's very, very nice. It's very, very good. Highly recommend it. For $300, it's a good all-in-one. The scanner works great. The printer works great. The only thing about the fax thing is you have to have it set up to your telephone line. And that's not a big deal, but you gotta have a separate phone line just for the fax. You can if you've only got one phone line, you can set it up to work on that phone line, obviously, but you have to do some extra setup, and it's not a big deal, but it's just easier if you have your own separate fax line, which we don't have, which is why we don't use it. Plus, to be honest, I don't know anybody that even uses fax anymore. Well, with a few exceptions, of course, but most people I know use email, and like I said, for email, what's great about this thing is you can, like I said, scan the images. If you need to, you can brighten it or darken it with Preview or Photoshop or whatever software you're using, and just, email it or send it to whoever you want to. And it's a great little device. And the great thing about this is I found that with this, you can scan more than just flat pictures. You can scan, like, I don't know, I'm just taking, for example, my little backpack here. If I wanted a picture of the, you can see, this is what I keep, the camera I'm using right now is a digital flip, and I keep it in this little pouch. It's dirty and it's messy, but if I want to take a picture of this, what I can do is put it down, scan it, and then I can put it on the computer, and I would have an image I could, Photoshop or do whatever with, and it doesn't have to be flat. Now, it helps to be flat, but it doesn't have to be. This is one time where flat's good. Which is just the opposite of how I like my women, not flat. Anyway, having said that, it's a good printer, good all-in-one, really love it. Like the printing, like the scanning, like the the ability to do several different things. And I highly recommend it if you're out there and you got $300 and you need an all-in-one or just a printer or just a scanner. Why buy 2 or 3 when you can buy one product that does a whole lot of things? So until next time, I am Canon MX700 photographer, Randall and Rueff, saying thanks for watching. Have a good day, and may God bless you. Bye.